Jeopardy! Livid fans accuse Ken Jennings of egregious moves, the first controversial ruling of Jeopardy! Season 39 has been made, and the jaws of viewers are still on the floor following Ken Jennings' decision. According to The Sun, hundreds of viewers at home are furious after Ken allowed a player to correct their answer after previously giving an incorrect answer. Ken Jennings allows Luigi D. Guzman to correct himself. Luigi D. Guzman is currently the champ that bled over from season 38 with 4 wins under his belt now. He, however, slipped up when answering a question yesterday and said the wrong word. Ken Jennings, however, asked the player to repeat himself by asking him to say it again for clarity. When Luigi D. Guzman gave his answer a second time, viewers at home noticed he said an entirely different word. Under the category cons for $1,000, here was the clue Ken Jennings read. Here's a typical early 19th century landscape by this British painter. After buzzing in first, Luigi responded by saying, "Who is Constant?" His answer was apparently clear to everyone but Ken Jennings, who asked him to repeat his answer a second time. Shaking his head, Luigi D. Guzman realized his mistake, making sure to correct himself with his answer this time. "I'm sorry. Who is Constable?" "Constable," including a dramatic pause. Ken Jennings said, "John Constable is correct. That takes you to $6,200. Jeopardy! Fans furious at judgment call. With constant and constable being 2 entirely different words, viewers at home were furious Ken allowed him to repeat himself with a different answer. The way they're favoring Luigi on Jeopardy and allowing him to correct himself, but not allowing others to do the same. #Jeopardy, Twitter.com, PQ6, J3. Ask me about my cats at Murphweeb, September 14, 2022. Luigi D. Guzman and Ken Jennings were blasted all over Twitter as everyone seemed to agree his first answer clearly differed from his second answer. Viewers insisted Luigi should have had to repeat his original answer as opposed to offering a new answer the second time he spoke. Some viewers noted that if Luigi was allowed the opportunity to correct his answers, the other players should also receive the same benefit. Here's what more furious viewers had to say. Really surprised Jeopardy! Allow Luigi to straight up change Constant to Constable. I'm pissed at Ken Jennings because it was unfair tonight on Jeopardy. He allows Luigi to correct his mistake and cut off Harriet as she was correcting her mistake. Again favoring Luigi. Very obvious to me. Overall, viewers at home were in agreement that Ken Jennings made the wrong call allowing Luigi to fix his answer. Did you catch this moment on Jeopardy? What do you think about it? Let us know in the comments. For decades, Jeopardy has held a sacred place in American television, a bastion of intellect, decorum, and precisely timed buzzer pushing. But lately, the show's polished facade has started to crack, and at the center of the latest uproar is none other than host Ken Jennings. Once beloved as the highest-earning contestant in Jeopardy history, Jennings now finds himself in the eye of a brewing storm, accused by fans of making egregious hosting missteps that they say betray the spirit of the show. The controversy began quietly, a few social media grumbles here, a critical Reddit thread there. But by the time last week's final Jeopardy round aired, the backlash had turned into a full-blown outcry. Twitter, always a crucible of outrage, erupted with calls for Jennings' removal. The accusations, everything from inconsistent rulings on answers to overt favoritism, and even what some call game-altering commentary. Ken is talking way too much during gameplay. One user wrote on X, formerly Twitter, "This isn't the Ken show. We want focus, not filler." Another echoed the sentiment, claiming, "He gave a contestant a verbal cue. Did no one else notice?" He basically led her to the correct answer. The moment in question came during a double Jeopardy round where a contestant hesitated on a literature clue. Jennings interjected with a subtle, "Be careful," just before the player pivoted from a wrong answer to the right one. Some viewers argue it was merely a reminder to phrase the response as a question, but others insist it went too far. Then there's the mounting frustration over clue clarifications, or lack thereof. In a recent episode, one contestant was ruled incorrect for answering to his canal instead of the specific crisis, while another was awarded points for a similarly imprecise response. Fans cried foul. The show has always had a razor-thin line between right and wrong answers, but the perception that Jennings is swaying that line has fans sharpening their pitchforks. It's not just about what Jennings says, it's how he says it. Critics point to his increasingly chatty tone and relaxed demeanor, a stark contrast to the measured gravitas of the late, great Alex Trebek. While Jennings' wit and charm once seemed a refreshing update to the show's format, now some fans find it jarring. "There's a way to be warm without being casual," said longtime viewer Melanie Carter, 58, from Denver. "Alex made contestants feel honored to be there. Ken makes it feel like trivia night at a bar." Others argue that Jennings' experience as a contestant has gone from asset to liability. With his deep knowledge of game strategy, some claim he inadvertently tips the scales with body language or comments that influence contestants mid-game. Still, not all fans are storming the gates. Jennings has his defenders, loyal viewers who appreciate his attempt to modernize the show without abandoning its roots. They argue that change is inevitable and that Jennings is still learning to balance the role with the reverence it requires. People forget Alex was hosting for 36 years, one Reddit commenter noted. Ken's still relatively new. Give the guy a break. Sony Pictures Television has not commented on the growing backlash, but insider sources suggest the producers are aware of the criticism. One anonymous staffer noted, "Ken takes feedback seriously. He knows he's not Alex, but he's trying to honor him while also finding his own voice." Whether Jennings will course correct or whether the criticism will crescendo into something larger remains to be seen. What's clear is that Jeopardy! Fans are fiercely protective of their beloved game. In their eyes, every clue, every ruling, every subtle smile carries weight. And if they feel that weight is mishandled, they won't stay silent. For now, Jennings stands at a crossroads: continue evolving as a host, or risk becoming the answer to a trivia question no one wants to ask: who lost the trust of Jeopardy? Fans, in a game where the smallest slip can cost thousands, perhaps Jennings is learning that the stakes aren't just for the contestants, they're for the host too.